Okay, I'm back, and this is going to be the last time for the night. So this is actually going to be a movie review, which is probably the thing that I'm most passionate in life, other than all the things that I'm passionate about. But movies is definitely one of them. And you're going to ask me, what qualifies me to review movies? Well, one, I watch a lot of movies, and I always have. Two, I have seen basically every movie that's come out this year, and I challenge you to name a movie that I haven't seen. Okay? That's it. That's what qualifies me. Oh, and I listen to 4 separate movie podcasts. Okay? And the reason that I'm going to start reviewing movies is because those movie podcasts are like super biased because they always review the movies that I hate. They like them because I feel like the more popular movies, they're like, oh, they're really good because they don't want to get like yelled at. But frankly, I'm here to review things right. So we're going to start off with the first ever movie review on this channel is going to be a movie that I think is just being completely overshadowed by a better movie or by a worse movie. Promising Young Woman recently came out. And I think that because Wonder Woman came out, like I think the same day, that nobody's seeing it, which is awful because Promising Young Woman is easily the best movie I've seen this year. And I think just because like 2 female-led movies came out at the same time, everyone's going to see Wonder Woman. But Wonder Woman is so bad that I actually think that women shouldn't direct movies anymore. But on the flip side of that, like Promising Young Woman is so good that I think that we should only watch female-directed movies anymore. Not only that, so the director is Emerald Fennell. I just pulled it up because I'm not going to remember these facts off the top of my head. It's like her first ever directorial debut. And like, frankly, the movie it's really good. And by the way, this is going to be a complete spoiler review past now. This is all I'm going to say. Definitely watch the movie. It's definitely the best movie of the year. If you like want to watch a good movie, go watch this. It's basically what like the first Harley Quinn movie should have been because that movie was pretty bad too, but people liked it anyways for whatever reason. Let me take a slurp of this Coke Zero here. Okay, so starting now, this is going to be the spoiler section. And it's not really going to be a spoiler section. It's really going to be more of like a discussion because there's a lot of things that I just don't understand about the movie. But I really, really liked the movie. But like some of it just doesn't make sense, I guess, to me. Because like, maybe it's just because I'm a dude or a man, whatever you want to call me. That like, maybe I just don't understand what it's like to be a woman. Or like, maybe I'm missing something. So I just want to like put this video out there so maybe someone can help me and like explain it to me. So I think the biggest spoilers now, full spoilers after this, like, and this just gonna be talking about like what I think about the movie, and like I want the random people who are gonna watch this, so nobody, to like tell me what they think. First of all, Carey Mulligan, the woman who plays Cassandra, is straight up the hottest character in any movie ever. They made the perfect woman for this movie. She's good looking, she's funny, she's smart, she's crazy, but in like the best ways, and she's like fair. Like she's not just going around like murdering people for no reason. Like some of these men are like really pushing their luck with her, and she still doesn't kill them. So she's like the perfect woman, and they ruin it because they just kill her. They just kill her at the end, which is it's the biggest disappointment of the movie is the fact that they just strangle her. They just kill her, and like. It's the ending is so unsatisfying because like you want her to win, and like if I'm just gonna talk about the ending, like I don't understand. Like, okay, my biggest complaint of this movie is like obviously it's about like it's meant. I guess my biggest thing is like all of the men in this movie are basically brain dead. Like, and I know it's probably not relevant that you don't obviously like they don't need to be geniuses, but like at one point. She's like having some sort of episode in her car and she's just like sitting there on the freeway face down. Like, I don't know. She's just like having an episode and she's just, for lack of a better word, she's passed out in her car. And some dude just pulls up, whips up in his car and he's like, oh, you fucking bitch, you can pull up in the middle of the road. Oh, you see where? And he's like screaming at her, which is like totally unrealistic. You would just go around her and keep going. You would assume she had like a heart attack, if anything. You wouldn't just assume that the girl parked in the middle of the highway is like just doing it on purpose. So that's dumb. And then She gets out of the car and she just has a crowbar sitting in her passenger seat, which is super bizarre on its own. Like, I don't know why you'd have that, but she picks it up, and this dude sees her. He sees her coming at her with a crowbar, and he proceeds to let her bust every window or every light out of his car and break his window instead of just like driving off. Like, what is that guy? Is he stupid? Like, he's the stupidest man in any movie ever. I mean, it's so bizarre. And that's like every dude in this. So, like, obviously at the end, like I already said, she gets killed. But, like, those guys, that the Al has, like, the perfect alibi. Like, no offense. Like, she is the main character, and, like, she's probably. Okay, we're going to get to that because I want. Okay. Anyways, she comes in there, she infiltrates his bachelor party as, like, a fake prostitute. And she literally drugs everybody. And then she takes him upstairs and she tries to murder him. So he strangles her. Like, he defends himself. And, like, obviously you root for her, but, like, she admits to Al, hey, I just drugged all your friends. And then she's giving him this vendetta about, like, why he's going to kill her. Or why she's going to torture him. And, like, he kills her. And instead of just, and it's not like a snap decision. He's handcuffed there all night. He could easily just be like, he has hours to think about it. And then his friend comes in. He could just be like, listen, she drugged all of you guys, and she tied me to this bedpost, and she said she was going to cut me up. That's a plenty rational. That's so rational to, like, that's like such a good reason to kill somebody. And, like, it's going to be corroborated by the fact that they're all drugged. So let the police come and, like, blood test everybody there. They're all going to be drugged. As far as they're concerned, the police are just going to assume she's a stripper, and, like, the rest of the world will assume that, because, like, even her parents are like, you go out in the middle of the night and we don't know where you go. So, like, for all they know, she is a stripper. Like, there's no evidence to prove that she isn't. And I guess he doesn't know that, but even so, he does know that she drugged them all, and she handcuffed him to a bed. So, like, that's all you would need to tell the police. Like, yeah, dude, we thought she was a stripper. She wasn't. She was here to kill me for some allegations in college, but nothing ever came of it. I was innocent. And, like, that's it. And the cops would totally believe him. So, like, with the fact that they decided to burn the body, like, that was the biggest downfall of the movie, in my opinion. It's just, like, it takes away from her victory when, like, she's not stupid, and literally everybody else in the movie is basically brain dead. Like, yeah. And every guy's not only brain dead, but they're also, like, huge creeps. And that's my other huge complaint about the movie is, like, there's no. Every guy in the movie is just the worst, with the exception of Bo Burnham's character, whose name I'm forgetting right now. But, like, he seems like a genuinely good dude. And then at the end of the movie, you find out that, like, he walked in on Nina's rape thing, and he didn't remember because he was drunk. But in my mind, like, I guess there are some things that you could never, like, there is no redemption for certain things in your life. I'm just trying to think about it, like, as a story point of view. Like, we've all done things in the past that we're ashamed of. So, like, and he even says that in the movie, like, oh, you've never done anything you're ashamed of. But I in my mind, I'm just thinking, like, there's no winner. Like, he's, like, what, there's no, she didn't even give him, like, a good out. Like, I guess his out was, like, hey, do you want me to ruin your career, or are you going to tell me where this bachelor party's at? So I guess I'm just confused to, like, the message is trying to send about men, I guess. I don't know if that sounds wrong, but I mean, is the message that all men are, like, inherently bad? Because I feel like he's a good dude for the most part. Like, he cares about her, and he doesn't, like, he respects her boundaries. And then his only downfall is, like, he walked in on this girl getting raped, 7 years ago and didn't do anything about it. But, like, he was pretty drunk. Not to, like, excuse him, but, like, what is he supposed to do about it? I guess, like, ideally he would, like, stop it. But even so, like, I just feel like it's just bad writing to even put him there. If you could, I feel like you could have written a more satisfying ending than having her die. But the movie was great. Maybe some people who see this can, like, not rush out to just calling me stupid and, like, explain to me what I'm missing, because that's really what I'm looking for out of this. I just really want to talk about this movie, and nobody's seen it but me. And I've seen it twice now, and I still feel like I'm missing something. So please, somebody respond to me and tell me what I'm missing, because I really want to know, because I like the movie, and I'd like to like it more, but I can't, because it's hard to, as a man, it's hard to like the movie when every guy in there is such a bad dude, except the doctor, who's also a bad dude, but I guess he gets to be redeemed because he's overcome with grief about his previous actions. I don't know. Well, thanks, guys.